Before they run down the hill in Clemson, they touch Howard's rock. Only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Clemson Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bennett. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 25, exactly where he would have been if he'd taken the knee. Here comes the offense on first down. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
Caught in the backfield. It's Brown. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Quarterback checking off. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Makes the grab down the middle. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
People talk about physical tackles all the time. That's how you deliver the boom. Lower your pads, run your feet, take that guy from him going forward to flat backwards on his back.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Using his feet to buy time. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Using his legs, it's Allen. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. Runs through a tackle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. That's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch pail.
That's caught. It's Allen. No, he got loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
1st and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football. You can do whatever you want. You can tell they call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside, go get another first down, 1st and 10 again.
Here's the handoff. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
You let it bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He's going to bring it out from deep. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Third down coming up.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. He's got it at the 30. Off he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Penn State 7, Clemson 3.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Slams ahead. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Clemson jumps to the line.
It's now second and goal.
He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Cal is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Aaron Rodgers, this has not been a blowout today in Berkeley. They're up by 7 over Indiana. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. He wants to go deep. Makes the grab on the right. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
They're going back to the ground. Bulls his way forward. In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Back to pass, it's Aller. Looking to the big tight end. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You know, nowadays so many people go for it on fourth down, so maybe it causes people to be more aggressive on third down. You ain't going for it now. Third and long, and I bring the blitz, and I get home. No fourth down for you.
And the Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Looking for a block, it's Williams. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Gets it out quickly. At the 35, he's open. Oh, look out. The 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. The Tigers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because...
Touchdown, Clemson! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here, too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. The Nittany Lions will keep this drive going.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right now.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking for a man. It's Aller. Throws to the wideout. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Quarterback keeper. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. And the Tigers with the 1st and 10. The option look. Running with power. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Second down coming up.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Unloads quickly. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right.
And he's running in the open. He's at the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Number 19.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Just under half a minute to go before the break. They'll take over 1st and 10. Trying to get the edge on the toss. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Release to the back. He's got his man. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're throwing to your running backs, you got to be careful. You got to be accurate. You got to put the football out in front and make it an easy catch for these guys, and that's exactly what that QB did on that angle route.
Motion from the offense. To the air on 1st down. Trying to get behind the defense. And he makes the catch inside the 20. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a... He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot. Place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He'll pull it down. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got it. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
A nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it right on his guy.
Quickly out to the tight end. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Virginia Tech delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way Logan Thomas, Tyrod Taylor, and the great Michael Vick used to do it. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. At the 20, he's got space. Got a lot of running room. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Running back goes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion as they extend the lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The sure hands, it's Wallace. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Got it in the middle. It's Brown. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his point.
A shot toward the end zone. And the ball is intercepted. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception. They'll operate out of split backs. Quarterback will keep it. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Quick pass on the jet motion. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate.
Unleashes one deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
And these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide open wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy, making an accurate throw.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Clemson 35, Penn State 21.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Got it behind the line. It's Williams. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. That is a costly penalty on this defense. Now they're dealing with a 2nd and 2. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Quick strike complete. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Clemson! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 10. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
This is a designed run. Touchdown, Tigers! And the stomping has commenced. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And the returner will be brought down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They'll run play action. And here's a fumble way behind the line. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? Touchdown, Clemson! And the defense doing work.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a nonprofit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground and you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Trying to pick up a first down. Now the play fake. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Aller. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
The Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it again. Going for 6. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Hawaii dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I'll tell you this. It sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. The circle of life. College football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He'll ride his man on the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
28.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive.
First and 10.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the scoreboard.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
To throw, it's Klubnik. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another